So this is a video for those of you who might be considering majoring in music and maybe you haven't had a lot of formal training. Trust me, as a guitar player, you're not alone. It's kind of our lot in life to teach ourselves and to be taught by the internet and to be taught by somebody at the music store and to kind of learn songs and to look at tabs and to sort of find our own way in the world. And a lot of times we come up outside of the normal. When I say normal, I mean what other musical instruments, the way that they do it. Like, you know, if you're a singer, you're in choir from the time you're in junior high all the way through high school and then to college. If you're in band, you have that experience and you learn to read music and count rhythms and you're playing in ensembles. Guitarists are often left out of that experience. And so it can feel a little bit isolating when you come into a music department and you're a music major and you haven't had any of those similar experiences to what the other instrumentalists have gotten. So you want to be a music major and you're thinking about maybe, because I love music and I want to know more about it, but I don't feel like I've been adequately prepared for college. Well, let's go through a few things that I think that you should be working on to get yourself ready. First and foremost, whether you play classical guitar or whether you play jazz, those are basically the two paths that you can go to college with. There are programs out there that have other styles of music that they incorporate, and most schools, even within the traditional ensembles, will stretch out into other styles as well. But if you're going kind of jazz track, let's say that's more of a steel string guitar, electric guitar kind of path. Let's talk about that. So one of the things that I find students often lacking is a real concise way of thinking about the fingerboard and of playing their scales. And so one of the things I would recommend is that you go out and find any number of resources on what's often called the caged system for organizing scales. And I don't particularly care for that nomenclature for the scales, but I understand where it comes from. And it basically divides the fingerboard into 5 regions that then repeat. And so if you start with a basic C major scale, and I'll just play up an octave and then move up to the next one, and on through the range, and then the third one, fourth one, and fifth one. And then it starts over again with that first one as we move across the fingerboard. If you haven't learned those scales, then that would be one thing that you need to start to work on now as you're preparing for college, is to be able to play those scales and to develop some technique so that your fingers aren't flying all over the place and that you're getting a good consistent sound with the guitar. The next place, it would be chords. If you've only played rock and roll chords, the bar chords or the cowboy chords down here in first position, you're going to want to start to learn some of the 7th chord voicings, and that can start with shell voicings and then build up from there. And we actually have a video that deals with shell voicings, so you might check that out as a starting point. But then there are other chords that you should learn as well to kind of get yourself ready to be a part of the jazz ensembles that you'll encounter as you get here. And then finally, I would really start to expand your listening. Start to listen to some jazz guitarists and to other instruments that play jazz as well. Listen to some big band recordings. Listen to guitarists like Wes Montgomery, Joe Pass, Kenny Burrell, Jim Hall, Pat Metheny, any number of guitarists. Start to explore those styles a little bit so that you come into the first semester and you're aware of some of the names of people that other people might be listening to. Don't come in and be afraid of everything. You know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And so come in with what you know and be eager and ready to learn. And don't be frightened off by anything. Come in and be bold and get all the help you can before you get here so that you're as prepared as possible. But then just come in ready to work and ready to enjoy being a part of a program that will help you grow in a direction that you're passionate about.